So, welcome one more time to my Figma Animation Masterclass. Become a web designer pro in just 90 minutes. So, I want to show you a lot of things. So, I want to try to make it in 90 minutes. So, I think we can go next. So, my name is Igor Vensko, and today I will be walking you through some of the most effective animation techniques in Figma that will help elevate your web design work to a professional level. So, and what we're gonna do today. So, first of all, I will tell you about me shortly. Then I will tell you why I think web animation important. Then we will go to static design and we'll animate it. Then I tell you a short story about how all of this helped me in my work. Then I tell you about Figma animation course, and in the end we will have some Q&A session. And first of all, who am I? So I'm a web UI UX graphic designer with more than 10 years of experience from Poland. I work like a freelancer and work with clients on a subscription basis. Most of my projects, maybe 90%, this is website designs, and most of them with animations. Also, I participate in contest on 99 designs, and when I have some free time, I share my knowledge on YouTube. And for example, if you don't know me and don't check my tutorials, you can check it on my YouTube channel, where I publish some tutorials about animations. It was in Adobe XD and now in Figma, and some of these tutorials has like a 200k views, so I think it will be helpful. So, why web animation important? So, first of all, engagement. Dynamic and interactive design can help keep user engaged on a page. So sometimes even small and subtle parallax make people and user scrolling down and make people see all story that you want to show on this page. Then of course better UX, but it's all depends on projects. So for example, if you have strict corporate website, a lot of animation will just make it worse. So it will just distract user from important information on the page. But if you have a landing page with, I don't know, maybe one product, and this one product you can show with animation how it works, this will work really good. Then it will be competitive edge. We have a lot of designers in our fields, and today it's not enough to make really good designs. Designers today need to must have knowledge and skills to make, just present this project to client, and later send these designs, prepare these designs to show to all on social networks to stand out. And of course, professionalism. So delivering animated prototypes demonstrate a higher level of professionalism in clients' eyes. So all the time when you send animated prototypes, clients can feel another than it will be in static design. And next I will show you a couple examples of what I mean. So on left side we have static design, and on right side this is animated prototype. So, and for example, I send this static design to client and tell that I have idea that we have image, and then we will have some zoom effect, then we will have some bottle, and we have nice image on background. And client, okay, let's do it. But if you spend maybe 20 minutes to animate this transition between first and second screen project and send this project, it will be take more effect for clients. So it's better spend this time for animation than just describe and write a paragraph of text explaining all this. Okay, and next side, it's like again static design, but when you see the static design, it's like, oh, okay. But for clients, if you send animated design on the right side, you will already have this wow effect. So clients open your project and see all these interactions and transition that you want to show. And we need to always think about clients. So when clients open some clickable prototypes, it can be make worse. So clients can click in other way or do in different ways that you planned. But if you send animated prototypes and send it in video file or link on YouTube, client just open, click on YouTube link, look at the project and get this wow effect. So in my opinion, this is really a wow effect instead of this static design. And one more example. So for example, we have idea that we have this crystal, and I tell clients that I have crystal, and when we will scrolling this page, these stones will fly in different ways in different directions, and then this crystal just split in pieces. So if you're a designer, you will understand what I mean, but in real life, for clients, it's really hard to imagine what you are describing. So, and in this case, it's better to show once than to explain many times. And what we're gonna do today, we will animate this static design. And I think we can go right now. Let me see. Yeah, now let's go to this project. So right now I have Figma and this is my static design. So when you create animated prototypes, better create animation or think about animation when you designing it. But sometimes we need to animate static design or projects that we already created. So in this case, we can just split every section for each artboard. So I have 4 sections, and for this masterclass, to make it faster, I split this section to all these artboards. And in prototype tab, I'm add these starting points. So to add starting points, I need to just select artboard title, and in right panel, click on flow starting point and add, for example, it will be dragon. Okay, and when you animated some landing page or website, existing website, so better start from small elements, then to sections, and then add transitions. And right now I will show you how we can start from simple and small elements. So I have this first artboard, and first of all, idea for this website that this is landing to sell imagine fiction book about dragon, about fantasy world, and I need to sell this book. So first of all, I want to create a hover effect for this card. So I have this card with background, book, and buy now. So what I do, just move outside my frame of this group. So in the left panel we have group with title, book, and background. Okay, now I can select this group with Alt, hold Alt, move to the right, duplicate, and now we can make animation. So but animation works in components, so I need to create component. I select this group, go to the panel, create component, set, because I have two groups. And now we can add animation to these components. So in prototype tab, I can connect first variant to next one. And I want to make this hover effect. So in trigger, I need to select while hovering. And it needs to be animated, so we select smart animate. And let's use easy note, and duration maybe 600 milliseconds. Okay, and when I'm animated, I use kind of test frame. So it's last simple frame, artboard, and we can just copy and paste this component to test frame. Now, if we go to prototype tab, press Ctrl Alt Enter, we go to this test frame. But right now it's do nothing because we don't change anything. So now let's go to this component, and when I'm hover, I want to make some changes. So I just move, for example, this book up, maybe rotate a little bit, and this price move down. And now I want to change color for all this background. So I'm select this background and change maybe to dark color. Then select text and change to light color. Now let's go to preview mode, reload, press R, and when I'm hover, we have this effect. But right now it's kind of something missing, so we can add some arrow in the middle. So let's go back, and I'm prepared. I can select this arrow, this button, just copy and select first variant, select second one, and press Ctrl V to paste this button. Then let's move down, maybe like this, and now we need to add some movement for this button. So on first screen, I can move this button up and change opacity to 0. Now we can go to preview mode, and when I'm hover, we have this button go from down, from up to down, and in this case we have our hover effect. Yes, this will be this live stream and masterclass will be recorded, yeah, and saved it for, I think, limited time. Yeah. Okay, now I have my component, and when I'm checked, so I'm satisfied with the effect, I can simply move this component to my page. So now let's go select this artboard, go to preview mode, and let's see how this page looks. So now I have all statics and only have hover effect. Now I want to add some animation for this dragon in the middle. So I want to add sphere that will be go up and down. So for this project I prepared video files. So I found these files on pixabay.com. So I have this sphere, birds, some particles, and clouds. So for dragon I will use first sphere. To do animation, I create a circle with same size as my sphere. And now let's select all these layers. Let's go down. Let's move this book up. Okay, now I need to make a mask for this sphere and dragon. So first of all, I move this circle under all these layers. So then go with sphere, and dragon layer go above all these layers. So in this case, we will have 3 layers, and layer under other will be like a mask. So let's align center, Then select all these layers and create mask. Now I have this mask and inside animated sphere and dragon. So let's check in test. So now I have this sphere and dragon. After that, we can easily replace on our page, but it looks like too pink. So we can play with some blending mode. So in left panel, in group, I select video file and go to right panel. Right here in right panel, we have different blending mode. And for example, for this one, I will use luminosity to make it, like a without color. And for dragon, I go to right panel and also change blending mode. So let's use, for example, lighten. So now it looks better. If we go to preview mode, we will have this effect with animated dragon, but I want to make this sphere go up and down automatically. And to do this, we need to create component. So let's move outside, select this group, create component and add new variant. Now let's move to the right. Okay, now I need to add movement. So to add movement to layers, I need to select all layers inside this variant. So if I move variant, it doesn't work. So we need to select layers inside this variant. And I use shift and arrow up, 1, 2. And in next variant, select again all layers inside this frame, inside this mask, and with shift and arrow down, move down. And now we need to create connection. So I select first variant, go to prototype tab, connect to next one, and I want to make this movement automatically. So trigger will be after delay with 0 milliseconds. It need to be animated, so smart animate, easy note, duration 600 milliseconds, and same connection I do between second and first one. And again, after delay, 0 milliseconds. And now let's see how it looks in test preview. Now we have this movement, but this is too fast. So we can go back, select first one, connection, hold shift, select next one, and now we can change settings for 2 of these connections. So let's set maybe 2000 milliseconds. This is MP4 files. So I use Pro account, but if you use free Figma file, you need to use GIF files. So, and now let's check how it looks. So let's reload, and now it looks better because it's quite slowly and nice movement. So if I satisfied, I can just move this component to my project in the middle. Now let's see on whole page. Okay, now we have this sphere. Whoops. The sphere with animation and this hover effect. Okay, and now I want to make some animation about, like a micro interaction, but it's just a lines. So I want to make a lines that will be kind of point to this call to action, to this button. So to make it, I need to create shape. So I select pen tool and let's create simple shape, maybe like this. Enter. Let's go to design tab, and to make it visible, let's change the color to white. Border maybe 3 pixels. And now I need to make it like a shape. So right click and press outline stroke. And right now this is simple shape. After that, I need to create rectangle, maybe like this, and let's add some color, maybe some pink or violet, maybe like this. Okay, maybe this one. Then I want to add blur effect. So in effects, in right panel, I select layer blur and make it maybe 70. Okay. Now I want to make that this blur will go inside this line up and down. So I select blur and place above this line. Then select blur and line and create mask. And now I want to create effect that when automatically affect when this rectangle will go down automatically. So it will be effect like this. What I do, just select this group, this mask. I can duplicate, then select these two masks and create component set. Now we can animate. So on first variant, I select blur inside this line and with shift and arrow move up. So and move up to make it invisible outside this line. So right now this is completely invisible line, but we know that we have line with mask and blur effect. On second variant, I do the same, but move this blur down and again make it invisible. Okay, this is our invisible lines, and now we need to animate it. So let's use this test frame. So now I can move first variant to this frame, but now we have nothing because we doesn't make any connect. So in prototype tab, let's select. So this one will be first variant and second one will be second variant. So in prototype tab, I connect first to second one, and again it will be automatically animation. So I need to select after delay, and let's set maybe 0 milliseconds. Smart animate is an out, and let's try 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. Now let's go to test frame, and we have this movement. So in this moment, our rectangle with blur go up and down. And to make it visible, I press R to reload every time. But now I want to make it a loop, so I need to select second variant, connect to first, and right now, if I use same settings with after delay with 0 milliseconds and check it, we'll have effect that this blur go up and down. But I won't do this. I don't need it, and to make it changed, I need to make changes from second variant to first one immediately. So in connection between second and first one, I will use after delay 0 milliseconds and smart animate change to instant. So in this moment, immediately this second variant will be replaced by first one. And now if I go to my test screen, right now we will have movement from up to down. So in this case, our second variant go immediately to first one, and we have this animation for rectangle. And now I want to make a couple of these lines, and that will just point to this arrow. So to make it looks better, let's duplicate this arrow, and now I can copy with Alt this variant, but right now it's invisible. So to make it visible, let's add some stroke. Let's add maybe white color. So this is our component. First one I place in the middle, then with Alt copy, rotate, and try to point in the middle of this arrow. Duplicate one more time, maybe like this. Same I do for right side, just copy and rotate. And now we can change this border to invisible. So again, as select, let's group this, and in left panel, let's change name to lines. Now let's move up and paste in our project. So I use these borders just to see where is this component. So maybe like this. And now I can go inside this group and delete stroke. And now we have invisible lines that will point to this arrow. Let's check. In preview mode, let's reload. And sometimes when you know that this animation need to be work, but it doesn't, sometimes we need just select this component, cut, so Control Z, and paste one more time. Whoops. Where is my lines? Yeah. Control X and Control V to paste again. Now let's go back, reload, and now we have these lines point to arrow. But this is not perfect, so we can just move a little bit to the right. Okay, and we have our lines. Okay, and right now this is just a pink color, so we can change it to some another color. So I know that in my components in this variance, on first one I have pink color, and I can change color in second one. So I'm select rectangle, and I can change this color maybe to yellow. And right now, when we have these lines, it will be also change color from pink to yellow. And now we have this nice effect. So, and I think we done with this page, and now we can go to next section. I have one question. How long have you been doing UI and UX? Oh, maybe 10 years, but I'm a self-taught designer, so it's like I just trying, learning, and sometimes it doesn't work, but I'm trying all the time. Okay, let's start from this part. So on first, static design, I have this section with title, this castle, and section with text and wizard. But for animation, I want to make it with a horizontal scroll. So I want to make these layers and groups go from right to the left when we are scrolling. So to make it, I just need to place all these groups in horizontal line. So maybe like this. So when we go to this screen, it will be looks like this. So title will be in the middle. When we scroll, it will go to the left, and we will have this call to action and text. So now we can add some small interaction, and for example, so this is a book, and this is a castle in fantasy world, and it's kind of a story about Allowance Tower. So if it's tower, I decide to add some birds because we have a lot of clouds and this tower information. So as I said before, I have video with birds on white background, so I can just copy MP4 file, copy this file, go to this section, and I can paste these birds right here. And now again we can play with blending mode. So for these birds we can use, for example, multiply or darken. So sometimes it looks different, so we just, we can check which one is better. So right now it will be multiply, or maybe dark. Okay, and let's place maybe in the middle. Now let's go to preview mode and let's see how it looks. So, and right now on the right side we have this wizard with birds. Okay, this is animation for second screen, and if we add lines like a pointer to this arrow, we can add same lines on next screen. So we can just copy these lines, copy, go to this group, paste, and let's make it visible. So I just add stroke, and now we can, I don't know, maybe rotate like this and point right here. Yeah, okay. And now we can just delete stroke. Let's see how it looks. Reload. And now we have these lines that point to arrow on this second screen. Okay, this is done. Now let's go to next section, next screen. So right here I have this opened book with some city and some point of interests, and it looks like a map. So I want to add movement to this background, so it will go from left to the right and up and down, and we can explore all this point of interests. And to do this we need to use huge background. So if I go select this artboard and in right panel uncheck clip content, you will see that I have a really huge background for this section. So this is really huge image, and I want to make movement when I click and move this image. It will be go up and down and in different directions. So let's select again artboard and check clip content. So to make this effect works, we need to select artboard, and in right panel in prototype tab we have scroll behavior, and right now this is no scrolling, and we need to change to both directions. Now let's go to tower in preview mode, and now when I click mouse and move up and down, we will have this effect like a movement on the map. But right now we have problem that these borders and gradient move with background and with other elements. To make it works like I want, we need to select this gradient border, move outside this group, and in right panel go to prototype tab and position change to fixed. So this gradient will fixed and stay in place. Same I do for border. Change to fixed. Move up, and I think we can make this title fixed in the middle. So again, change to fixed. Now let's go to preview mode, and right now when I move all these layers, we have sticked this gradient, border, and title in the middle. Now we can move and explore kind of on the map. So, and if we have this point of interest, I want to add some hover effect for these lines, for these arrows. So when I'm hover, it will be kind of information. So let's maybe use maybe do this one background. Let's copy, paste. So I have this background, and we can add, simple text from here. Just copy and paste, maybe right here. So let's change size. And in right panel, we can change settings for text to make it smaller. Maybe like this. And let's add kind of call to action to learn more. Oops, learn more. Change size. And we have our card. Okay, now I want to make this card appear when I'm hover on this arrow. So now I need to select this arrow, copy, paste outside. Let's move outside our board. And now I need to create a component just for this arrow. So I select arrow and create component, and then create a variant. So let's increase size. So I hold Ctrl and change size for this component. Let's move this one right here and this one right here. Okay, now I need to paste this card inside each of these components. So just copy, group, select variants and paste inside. Then with Shift and arrows, move up and place under other layers. Now let's place in this position, and on right side I will have a variant that will be my hover. So this end state for my hover effect, and on left side it will be simple arrow. Let's move text up. Okay, and now I want to make hover effect. So at standard and default state, this arrow need to be without any cards. So I select this card, move a little bit up, maybe like this, and change opacity to 0. Now let's connect, select arrow, go to prototype tab and connect to second variant, to next arrow. Let's select while hovering, because this will be hover effect, smart animate, easy out, and duration maybe 600 milliseconds. Now let's find out test screen. Okay, now let's copy and place, copy and place this variant in test artboard, and let's go to preview mode. Now let's reload. Okay, now we have this arrow, and when I hover, we have this card going from up and down and change opacity from 0 to 100%. And this is our hover effect. And to make it more interesting, we need to change color for this arrow. So let's select this arrow. Let's change stroke. Oops. Subtract. Yeah. Let's change color. And now I will select background. And background will be dark. And this color, let's change to lighter. Like this. Now let's check, reload, and when I'm hover, we have movement for this card and color change to dark. Now we have nice hover effect with call to action. After that, we can replace all these static arrows with animated component. So select all these arrows, delete, copy component, and paste inside this frame. And let's place in same position. So right here, copy paste. Okay, Now let's check how it looks. This is our tower. Now we can move like a map, and we can hover on this point. And when I'm hover on this point, I want to make transition to my next section. So when I'm hover and click, we need to go to next section, but transition we will make after adding all these small animations. So now I have this dragon screen. So right now this is static screen with background, with some card and book, and by now call to action. Again, I can select one of my video. So let's see what we have. I have these particles, so let's add particles, copy, and select background and paste right here. Let's increase size to make it larger for whole screen. Maybe like this. And now again we can play with blending modes. So let's select screen. Right now it's invisible, but if we go in preview mode in dragon page, we will have these particles that go on background, and we have this nice effect. So now I want to add effect that how this page will appear from dark, so fade in, fade out in from black color. So now let's duplicate all this artboard, move to the left, then I can just create simple rectangle with same size as my frame, as my artboard, and change the color to black. Let's rename it to black fade. Then I can copy, paste, copy, select next frame and paste this black shape. And on this screen I can change opacity to 0. So now let's see how it looks. I can add flow starting point to this dark section, and let's rename it dragon start. Now let's go to preview mode, and right now this is without animation, without connection, of course. So I can select this artboard and connect to next one. Now let's create on click right now, smart animate is a node and duration, maybe let's set 1000 milliseconds. Now when I'm click, we will have this fade in from black color. So right now when I'm click on this arrow, we need to go to this screen with these animations. And to make it more interesting, we can add some movement to this book and card. To do this, we can just add movement. So let's move down this black fade and select card. So I have this card and book separated. So let's move to the right card and book a little bit to the right, and let's maybe rotate like this. Let's place dark shape in the middle, and let's check how it looks. So when I'm click, we have animation for this book, but this is too fast, so we can, for example, change settings. So let's use, for example, slow instead easy in out, and duration maybe 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. Let's reload, click, and we have this nice movement for book. Okay, this is animations for small objects on each of these screen. And now I need to create transition between these all artboards. So I think I forgot to add clouds. So yeah, let's add clouds. So I have video with these clouds right here. I can copy MP4 file and paste on background right here. So this is clouds on black color. So we can just increase size and again change blend mode maybe to screen. Let's place maybe in the same position as clouds on background, and let's see how it looks. Okay, now we have clouds on the left and this animation for wizard with birds. Okay, now let's create transition between these all artboards. Okay, first of all, I need to create transition with this arrow. So in my head, this arrow will be like a trigger, and when I click, I want to appear this whole section, this whole screen. So to do this, I need to create shape. So let's select same shape from this arrow, just copy and paste. So I want to add this whole section inside this shape, and then I will just increase size and make it smaller. So to make this animation works best, I need to copy all this screen. Then let's add this shape in same position and move under this arrow but above background. And right now I need to select all this group with section with second screen. So all this group, copy, select this shape under arrow, paste whole screen, select shape and create mask. So right now we have mask, so let's rename to mask castle, and let's move up to see what is going on. So right now I have shape, and inside the shape I have all this section, and let's move this arrow and shape above other layers and move arrow up. Let's place in same position as my arrow. Now let's duplicate. So now let's copy this mask and button, copy and place on previous screen. Just select artboard and paste. In this case, it will be pasted in same position as on my previous screen. And now we can animate. So we have same screen and same shape with mask with whole this screen. Let's connect. So select this first artboard and connect to next one. Let's create trigger will be this arrow. So when we click on this arrow, it will be go to next screen, on click, smart animate, and let's use slow and duration maybe 2000 milliseconds. And now I need to add some changes. So I select this mask with castle, select only mask, hold Alt Shift, and just increase this shape like this. So, and in this moment, transition will be from left to right side. So let's see how it looks. We go to first screen, and when I click on this arrow, we will have this effect, and we have zoom only for mask. And in this case, we have all this screen with transition. And I don't need this arrow, so let's just move down a little bit and let's change opacity to 0. Now let's see one more time. When I click, arrow go down, and we have next screen. This old screen I don't need, so let's just copy this title, delete, and we have our first transition. So now when I click on this page, I want to make animation with horizontal scrolling. So I need to select all these layers, groups, and for example move right here. So title will be in the middle and card will be right here. So when we open this page, first of all we will see title and some elements on the right side, and when we scroll, these elements go from right to the left. Now let's create transition. So I need to copy, so I will make it in 3 steps. So I need to copy 2 times like this, and on last artboard let's select all these groups, wizard, text, and card, and move to the right, not to the left. So wizard will be on right side and card with text will be maybe right here. And in the middle of this animation, it will be like a, for smooth scrolling, kind of scrolling. So it will be effect like we just scroll real page. So we can just scroll in one movement, and we go from this position to last position. And to make it more interesting, we just select all these layers and move in this position. So let's move wizard, and wizard will be on the right side again with small part, just to see that something we doesn't check. So text will be, let's place in the middle, and title go to the left. And now let's connect these artboards. So select first one, go to prototype tab, connect. It will be on click, smart animate, slow, and let's use maybe 1000 and 200 milliseconds. Same connection to next frame with same settings. Now let's see how it looks. So let's go to first screen. When I click on this arrow, we have animation, and yes, I didn't change movement for previous screen. So on this first screen I have all these layers on left side, and then just move to the right. So to change it, I need to go to my previous screen, go to this mask, and to see, so right now I can see what I need to move. So right now I can select this mask, increase size like this, and right here I can select all these groups and move to the right, like on next pages. But right now we can add maybe different movements. So let's move this text down, and title, let's move title outside the screen, and this card maybe right here with shift and arrows. Now we need to back our mask to make it work. So select again mask, only mask, and let's change size like previous. So it needs to be just above, just under this arrow. Now let's check. Let's reload. And now when I click on this arrow, we have title go from down up. And now when I click, we have animation for this card and wizard. And right now it's like just movement of these elements. And to make parallax effect, we need to move background. So first of all, let's select background on first screen, and let's move maybe to the right a little bit, and let's change size. One problem that we need to change it on previous screen too. So let's just change size, but after last update we can do this. No, we can do this. We can't. So we can do this manually. Okay, let's change it like this and move a little bit down. These clouds go down, and same we need to do on our first screen again. I just forgot. So let's, oops. Where's my mask? Mask. Let's select mask, increase, and let's move this background down. Let's change size and also move these clouds. Let's go back to mask. Again, make it smaller under this arrow. And now let's check how it looks. Reload, press on this arrow. We have transition, we have this background, and when I click, we have background zoom in. And when we go to the right, let's move to the right. So on last screen, I will move this background maybe right here, and in the middle in this position. So it will be like a second step. So let's move like right here. Okay, let's check. Click, castle, and then we go to right, and we have this parallax for background. After that, I want to click on this button with a wizard and go to my next screen with map. And right here it will be a hard part for explaining, but I want to try to make it as best as I can. So right here we have animation. So once again, right here we have this effect with fixed layers, and I need to make transition. Oops, where is transition? Oh, this castle from this page. So let's add start point, castle to map. So now we need to make transition between this section and next section with map. So one problem that I can't animate these fixed layers, and I want to make just like a fade in and zoom out whole the section on this section. And to understand, explain. So if I add animation to this one, I need to duplicate. So okay, let me show. If I copy all this section with all these elements, so I need to copy all this part and make group. So I can just now copy and paste right here. And for example, I want to make effect like this, so I can just zoom, change opacity to 0, and when I'm connect this artboard, add smart animate, low, and when I'm click, I want to make this effect zoom in, but right now it doesn't work because all these layers kind of duplicate on each of these layers. And sometimes when we have a lot of animations in one project, it will be Figma will just load too slowly, and we will have some issue with a smooth or animation. And in this case I use, this is not technique, just I add one more frame to reset previous animations. So I want to separate animations from this part and from next part. Okay, let me try one more time. So let's duplicate this artboard, and this artboard will be like a reset. So I want to make animation automatically go with fade from left artboard to next one. Again, I will duplicate this layer. Let's move right here. So right now I have fixed layers on right artboard and on left artboard, but I want to change it, and we'll select all these fixed layers, go to right panel and make it not fix it. So just scroll with parent. Now I have two identical artboards with same view, but on the right side we have fixed color with map and animation works, and on this part, on this artboard, we have same graphic, but this fixed layers doesn't work. And now I can copy this group, all these layers, and paste on previous one. So let's just create group. Let's rename to tower. Maybe let's tower 2. Then I can copy, paste right here. Then with press K to scale tool and increase size for all this section. Now let's go to design tab and change opacity to 0. So now let's connect, and if I add connection to this artboard, and now when I'm, let's wait, oops, when I'm click, we'll have this effect. But again, we have some issue with previous animations, and right now how can we fix it? So first of all, I can delete previous animations on this screen. So we can but we can't. How I can explain it? Oh, so right now I want to make this automatically. So right here I have animation that will connect to next part, and this one with animation from previous part. And I don't want to make these effects with different layers on from previous slides. So I can delete all these layers, or I can just make connection that will work without animation. So I can connect this part with animation with next artboard, and right here it will be without animation. So I can change after delay, set 0 milliseconds, and Smart Animate change to instant. And now we can delete previous layers with animation on this screen. So I will just I will just stay with layers that we will see. So I need to change and delete all layers from first screen on this artboard. I hope it works. So let me delete all this animation from first screen, and right now if we press, we will have this animation. So to make it automatically, I create transition between artboard with animation, go to next artboard without animation, and this is like a static image that will be automatically go to next screen with animation, and this one will connect without animation, artboard without animation. Now we can connect to next one again with instant. So it will be after delay 0 milliseconds and instant. So immediately go to this layer with animation. So these two layers, it's like reset animation and separate from left side and from right side. So let's see how it works. So when I'm, oops. So we click, then we go to horizontal scroll, go to the right, and when I'm click, we will immediately go to next screen, but without animation. And again, we immediately go to next screen without animation. And after this, we go immediately to screen with animation. So right now we have without animation, and in this moment, immediately go to layer with animation, and we will able to use map. So I hope I explained it. Okay, so this is all layers without animation. And right now I will have same problem with next transition. So right now I have section with all these fixed elements, and I want to make animation that when I click on this hover effect, just press, and I want to go to next page, and right here we will have animation like this. So if I connect this layer, this artboard, to next part of animation, let's use, let's select our arrow. So this will be our trigger, and we will connect arrow to next frame. Let's use on click, smart animate, for example, slow, 120 milliseconds. Now when I go back to this tower, and now when I click on this hover effect, we go to next page. But again, because of this fixed elements, we will have some defects in animation. So we have different layers from each of these layers. And again, I need to create kind of reset frame, reset artboard. So I can add this one, so duplicate and move up to see that this is a reset artboard. And now we can select this one, go to prototype tab and connect this arrow to reset artboard. And right here it will be without animation on click, but we can use dissolve. So it will be just change in black, and let's select maybe 600 milliseconds. Now when I click on this page, we will have this dissolve effect in black, and then when I click, we will have nice transition to last section. So right now this is kind of trick how we can do this if we have some problems with different animations. So because of this these fixed elements, we need to add some changes for connections. Now when I click one more time, we have on black color. So right now we on this screen, and when I click, we go to next page, and I want to make it automatically. So let's change connect. So right now this is on click, and I can change to after delay. Let's select maybe 100 milliseconds and slow to 100 milliseconds. Now let's see how it looks. So we can move this map, then just click and automatically go to next page. Okay, and this is all our transitions. So I hope I explain as best as I can with all these reset frames. So why I use this again, because sometimes we have really huge projects with a lot of different elements, and to make Figma make it move slowly and smooth, we need to make these reset animations. So we can select static images, just go to immediately to this page, and from this static image go to next one with animations. So in this case we will have nice smooth animations. So let's check how it looks. So again, we have our effect. Now we can press on this button, go to next section with clouds, title, go to right with parallax, with background, then we can press one more time, go to next screen. Right now we can move this map, click, and automatically go to our last page with animation background. Whew, I make it, and yeah, less than 90 minutes. Whew. I hope I understand. I hope this is understandable. So I don't know. I hope it works. So, and now really I know how you feel right now. So I know some of you might be feeling like learning animation is complicated or time consuming, and that's completely understandable. But you will understand if you understand how it works. And I'm here to tell you that it's easier than you think when you have the right guidance. And this is exactly why I created Figma animation course. So this course guides you step by step through everything you need to know how to create animated prototypes in Figma. And what if I tell you that animated prototypes can increase your hourly rate and make it easier to work with clients? So my story started maybe 10 years ago, and I'm a chef by education and self-taught designer. And after getting a diploma, I opened Photoshop and started creating websites. And of course, I sent static websites. Later, we have Sketch. Then I use Adobe XD to send clickable prototypes. But sorry. But then, several years ago, I started create some fictional animation projects just for publishing in social media. And then I thought, why not do it for clients? So I sent my animated prototype to one of my clients, and I received really positive feedback. And this feedback with minimum edits for this project. And clients get wow effect because the client doesn't expect to see almost no real website, but it still was animated prototype. And in the eyes of client, I exceed the expectation because I do more than usual, so more than other designers. And the client has fewer questions, fewer edits, and accordingly, less time is needed to approve the project. And after the appearance, a lot of projects in my portfolio with animations, I have a number of clients' requests increased, and I was able to increase cost of my services. So simply put, thanks to animated prototypes, I reduce time for project approval, and at the same time I increase the payments for my designs. And now I want to share you my real numbers. So when I start and create static designs and even clickable prototypes, before animated prototypes, homepage approval time, it was like a 10 or 12 days. So it's like a send project, then just wait for clients edits. It can be take, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe a week, and then you go and change it. And homepage design costs like $150. So, and in months I can finish, for example, 4 or 6 projects. And salary at this moment was like $900 per month. And when I started do what I do right now, after animated prototypes, I decrease size for approval time. So right now it's like 3-4 days with animated prototypes, and because of many requests, many clients, I can increase my price for homepage design, and right now price starts from $800. And again, in months I can do same projects, maybe like 5-7, but because of homepage approval time and homepage design costs, I can right now salary it's about $5,000. And thanks to these statistics and thanks to all what I do, 2 years ago I decided to work with clients on a subscription basis solo, and right now I'm working again and again with all these clients solo, using all what I do right now. So I'm not a professional teacher or I don't know, a course creator. I'm an ordinary designer that work with clients every day, and in my course I try to share my skill and knowledge that help me every day in my work. And what is inside my course? So what's about this? My course packed with more than 20 hours video content and covering more than 60 animation techniques, and of course subtitles, and include subtitles in English, French and Spanish. So my course guide you step by step. My course guide you step by step through animation techniques that help you understand how animate website designs. So you will start from basics, from simple shapes, from buttons, and then in the end you will learn how to create complex parallax transitions between sections. Also in course I show how I create website design from scratch, then how I animate this project, then I show how I record prototypes and publish in social networks. And of course you will have lifetime access to everything, so you can learn at your own pace. And what's value? And yeah, of course you can find information online yourself, but in my experience, to collect all the information you need, you need to spend more than 20 hours of time on research. And with the hourly rate, like a $30-50 per hour, this is from $600 or $1,000. And of course you can hire a mentor, but lessons with an experienced tutor in web design cost about $50 or $100 per hour, and gaining useful information will take maybe 10 hours and about $1,000. But today you won't pay anything near that, and anything near that. So today my full course available just for $95, and a bonus only for this masterclass, it will be for all of you. So if you buy course in next 48 hours, you will get personal portfolio review from me. So right now this is a couple reviews for my course, and tell me please in chat if anyone already have my course or and this course. And if you're ready to take your web design skills to next level and you want to create animation that impress your clients, you can check links below and secure a spot today. And tell me please if anyone in chat have my course. Maybe you can share some impressions about this. $95 till which date? In next 48 hours. You have bonus, but $95 it's I think till 9 September. Yeah. Do you make only Figma designs or you do the development part also? So, and now, yes, we can go to Q&A session. So, yeah, this is nice question. And you can write your questions right now. And while you're writing, remember that we have delay maybe 40 seconds. So I will just read this. So about development. Yes. For example, yeah, you create website design in Figma, and what next? So yeah, this is popular question. And I do only designs. So I create only design graphic parts. And right now, when I create design, I work in most cases with agencies that has our own developers. So I just can send Figma file, Figma prototype, and MP4 file, this video file, to developers. And developers, yes, need to be recreate all these animations in code. But now, simple animations like hover effects or some parallax, we can do in all website builders, in Framer or Vix Studio or Webflow. So for some simple animation, we can use Framer, for example. For most complex, I think we need to use Webflow. And sometimes for some projects, we use WordPress and custom CSS. So everything depends on project. Yes, we can't just use a Figma file, just press one magic button and all this animation go to code. No, animation in Figma help designers approve project. So before you go to development stage, designer need to approve design with clients. And on this stage, it will be less time and less money to change all the settings and animation in Figma. So right now, animation prototypes help me just make it faster to approve the client to approve the projects. And when I work with agencies, they have own developers. But if I work like a freelancer, I have my own list of developers in different CMS, and I have a couple persons from Webflow, Framer, and WordPress. And when I'm ended my project, when we approve design and animation, I collect all these elements, all these layers, Figma file, Figma prototype, and video file, go to each of these developer, and we decide which one is a best option for this project. So everything depends on developer skills, budget, and time. So right now, in our days, everything is possible because we can do anything. And remember that we can't do anything in Figma that can't be implemented by code. So all depends on developer skills, money, and budget and time of your client. So in my opinion, this is not a problem. So we have designers and we have developers. So just send all files to the developers and developer make magic. Whoa, how many questions? Yeah, let's find out. Let's start. How do you record or transform animation into videos to send to clients? I use OBS, so we can use any screen recorder application or tool. So I use OBS, and in course I show how I do this and what we can do. But right now I can't show you how you use OBS because this stream with OBS. So it's a simple free option how you can record. So just open prototype, press button and record your screen. Then just send this MP4 file to clients. Do you make only Figma designs or you do the development part? Oh, Yeah, only designs. Yeah. Your choosing of assets is the best. I like your magic story styles. Thank you, sir. Oh, the best part. Okay, you're welcome. Thanks. Igor, is the course the same as what I use to order? The same as what I use? I don't understand. What do you mean? Hey Igor, I have checked your website. It looks like you used WordPress. Do you have a video on that as well? Yes, for my website, for my agency website, I use WordPress because at this moment, at their moment, I have no possibility to use some website builders, so I need to use WordPress. And yes, I have video, but I don't know if I can show this. You can see this on my Instagram page. So you can open Instagram, and in my story you will see this animation. So in Instagram, yes, I post video animated prototype, and you can go to my website and see how it looks. So see different. Is the portfolio review done by video, chat, or feedback is sent to email? I will send to email, and I will use, I think, OBS. So I just record like a stream. I just record screen myself, and will send all these portfolio reviews. Thanks for sharing. Oh, you're welcome. Do you have courses related to design systems? Nope. So I think right now we have a lot of content about how to use Figma, how to use design systems, and I don't think that I can tell you anything new in this field. So I can share you what I do and what other designers don't do. So I will share my knowledge with animations. So other fields, we have a lot of different courses and free content on YouTube. How do you upload animation for developers? Again, Figma file, Figma prototype, and MP4 file with some comments how it need to be, how it must work, how this animation or transition works. How can we calculate that we are not overwhelming our user with too many animations? Yeah, this is a nice question, and I want to say that you need, so not necessary to use all animation techniques that you know in one page. So right now I show a lot of different techniques like transitions, hover, etc. In one project you can use only, for example, one transition, like I show in wine project. So we can just one transition from section to section and then go just with simple website. On next project you can use different transition, and everything depends, of course, on optimizations. So we need start optimization in Figma, even when you create prototypes, because if you add videos, for example, with full HD, but you need a video like, I don't know, like for small button, it's not necessary to add video with 20 megabytes. And for website, same. So we need to optimize every assets, every PNG file, every video file to make it lower in megabytes as we can. Whoa. How can you tell us how do you create these assets, video, images? Really impressive. If you sign up to webinar, it was free training how you create, how you generate all these images, static images in Midjourney and Leonardo AI. And so all these images, yeah, I generated with AI. And videos just create, so I found on Pixabay and change sizes in Photoshop. So all we can use in Premiere Pro, for example. Wait, so you just give the developer side Figma file directly? Yes, yeah. So just all Figma file with all layers, and in same file I have Figma prototype and MP4 file. How to become professional like you? I don't know. I'm just a designer, not so professional, you know. First, we need to get together with developers and discuss ideas and the possibilities of their implementation. Yes, so if you have, for example, if you work in agency and you can, discuss, yeah, it will be awesome. But when we have client that, just send you brief and tell, I want this one, I want this super cool, crazy website design, and budget, it's, second place. So you just create website, and then we will decide which developer from my list, for example, are suitable for this project. So I have a list with different developers from from different levels. So it's like a seniors and not seniors. So it depends on project. Where do you get videos with white background? On Pixabay. So we can use video files on Pixabay without any copyright problems. And if you can find a video with black or dark or white background, you can go, for example, paste in Photoshop and just change some, I don't know, saturations and levels and make black color. So just without colors, and it will be on black and white background. Oh, this live is gonna stay here in your channel, right? I'm gonna rewatch it later to follow while I work on Figma. It will be on channel, I think maybe in next couple days, and then I don't know what will be next with this masterclass. Already have the course bought it lately. Am I eligible for portfolio review? Yeah, if it was by when I start, promoting masterclass, yes, I will just check. So I will remember and will check it. For page weight, is better video or GIF? Video MP4 files or even a WebP. So it's not even MP4 file. So WebP animated, and we can create even GIF now. So MP4 files and WebP with animation, so with movement. Please will this masterclass be uploaded on YouTube after now? A couple of days, this masterclass will be on YouTube channel. Yeah. Will this lesson with the files be in the course? No. In course we have a lot of different other techniques and tutorials, so this is like a new project, so I want to show how I make this project. What is your agency website? 1 second. Wizard mode IO. So right here on the right side. So it's like not agency, it's like just website for subscription. How many animation technique you will provide in your class? It will be more than different 65 techniques. So it's starting from simple animation in buttons and hover effects, transitions, works with GIF, video files, parallax effects, etc. So all kind of different techniques that I use every day, and it helped me a lot. Can we export the animation we create in Figma and then use in website as video? Yes, I do this a couple times. So for example, so I have monitor, so like 2500, it's like full HD, full HD. So it depends on resolution. So if you can record a huge screen with screen recorder, we can just create this MP4 file and place on, for example, on background. Yes, I do this. Sometimes, yeah, I use small created banners, for example, or animations with some slides or transitions and just paste on video. Yeah, we can do this. Just record prototype, and in my opinion, this is nice quality. I have to do a platform Kazana design and advice to suggest. Oh, Kazana design. It depends on which Kazana. So if it's like a list of a lot of rating about Kazana, so it even doesn't need some animations. But in online casinos, it all depends on A/B tests. So in this kind of projects, we can do anything that doesn't work. So this is huge money, and I work on one casino, online casino, and it all depends on testing users. So this project that I don't like because it's not enough design freedom. Oh, save mother tutorial. Okay. Yeah, make it in 19 minutes. Okay, cool. So we have all these questions. I hope. So guys, everyone, I hope you like it. So no, I think that's it for this masterclass. And if you want to stay updated for my future masterclasses, or I don't know, maybe next tutorials or just fresh project, be sure to follow me on Instagram and YouTube. I hope you like it. Thank you again for joining me today. And if you sign up to masterclass, don't forget to check your emails about course details. And I hope to see many of you in this course, where you will continue this animation journey with me. Again, thank you for joining me today. Have a nice day.